Students, welcome to grammar session. In this video, we will be learning how to convert the statements of a direct speech to indirect speech. There are two main ways of reporting the words of a speaker. First one is direct speech, second one is indirect speech. Let us study each one of them in detail. Ravi's family planned for a weekend. So Ravi asked Sureka to call Vamsi whether he is interested to watch a movie. On that occasion, Sureka called Vamsi.
Hello Vamsi, will you come to movie?
Hello Surekha, I am busy. I will not come.
Hello Dad, Vamsi said, I am busy. I will not come.
It's okay. Students, here Sureka repeated the words of Vamsi as it is. So it is called direct speech. Students, let us see direct speech. In direct speech, the actual words of the speaker are quoted as it is. These actual words of the speaker are in inverted commas. That means we place the actual words of the speaker in inverted commas in direct speech. Let us see one example. Vamsi said, I am busy, I will not come. Here, the words which are in inverted commas, these words are spoken by the speaker. That means these are the actual words of the speaker. That's why these words are in inverted commas. We call this direct speech because the actual words of the speaker are quoted here. Students, observe the sentence carefully. One part of the sentence is in inverted commas. Another part is not in inverted commas. So one part is in not in inverted commas, another part is in inverted commas. The part which is not in inverted commas, we call that part reporting part. And the part which is in inverted commas, we call that part reported part. So in direct speech, there will be two parts. One part is a reporting part, another part is reported part. So the reported part will always be in inverted commas. Okay. And the verb which is in reporting part, we call that verb a reporting verb. Reporting verb. So students, have you understood direct speech? Students, let us listen to Sureka and her father.
Hello Dad, Vamsi said that he was busy and he would not come.
It's okay. Students, here Sureka did not quote the actual words of Vamsi. She conveyed the idea of Vamsi. So we call this indirect speech. In indirect speech, actual words of the speaker are transformed. They are not quoted as it is. Only main idea is conveyed. Let us see the example of indirect speech. He said, I am unwell. Students, In this sentence, I am unwell is in inverted commas. That means these are the words spoken by the speaker. So we call this statement direct speech statement. In this statement, two parts are there. One without inverted commas, another part within inverted commas. The part which is without inverted commas is called reporting part. The part which is in inverted commas is called reported part. Students, let us see the indirect statement of this direct speech. He said that he was unwell. Students, here the actual words of the speaker are not quoted. The main idea of the speaker is conveyed here. Not only that, inverted commas are not there in the sentence. So we call this indirect speech. So in indirect speech, the actual words of the speaker are not quoted. They are transformed. Only the main idea of the speaker is conveyed. And inverted commas will not be used in indirect speech. Students, have you understood indirect speech? Let us see one more example of indirect speech from our textbook. Swami said, Sir, my mother was suffering from fever. Students, here the words which are in inverted commas are spoken by the speaker. So the words of the speaker are quoted as it is in the sentence. So this sentence is called direct speech sentence or direct speech statement. So in this, Swami said is reporting part. Sir, my mother was suffering from fever is in inverted commas. This part is called reported part. Let us see the indirect statement to this direct speech statement. Swami replied respectfully that his mother had been suffering from fever. This is the indirect statement to the above sentence. Here, only the speaker's main idea is conveyed, not the actual words of the speaker. So, we call this indirect speech or reported speech. Students, we have learned what is direct speech and indirect speech. Now we will see what changes take place when a direct speech statement changes into indirect speech statement. See the statement. He said, My master is writing letters. Here, the actual words of the speaker are quoted as it is, and these words are in inverted commas. So, it is a direct speech statement. If we change this statement into indirect speech statement, the statement will be like this. He said that his master was writing letters. Here, the idea of the speaker is conveyed. Actual words of the speaker are not quoted. So, it is an indirect speech statement. Let us see what changes have been taken place. The first change, comma and inverted commas are removed. Second one, that is added. Third change, pronoun my is changed to his. Fourth change, the tense of the direct speech is writing is changed to was writing. Students, here total four changes have been taken place. So when we change the direct speech into indirect speech, four changes will be taken place. So we have to remove the comma and inverted commas. We have to add linking word that. We have to change the pronoun and we have to change the tense of the direct speech. So student, we have to remember these changes. Friends, let us see one more example. Swami said, I am speaking the truth, sir. Students, see this statement. The actual words of the speaker are quoted here as it is. They are in inverted commas. So it is a direct speech statement. Let us see the indirect speech statement. Swami replied respectfully that he was speaking the truth. Here, the actual words of the speaker are not quoted. The main idea is conveyed. So it is an indirect speech statement. Let us see what changes have been taken place here. Comma and inverted commas are removed. Reporting verb said is changed to replied. Linking word that is added. Pronoun I is changed to he. Reported verb am is changed to was. Respectfully is added to express the feelings of the speaker. So, students, six changes have been taken place when the direct speech statement changed into indirect speech statement. Students, let us see the rules for changing direct speech statement into indirect speech statement. Rule 1. When the reporting verb is in the past tense, all the present tenses of the direct speech are changed into the corresponding past tense. Let us see one by one. A simple present becomes simple past. Present continuous becomes past continuous. Present perfect becomes past perfect. Present perfect continuous becomes past perfect continuous. simple past becomes past perfect. Past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. Past perfect remains the same. Past perfect remains the same. To understand this, let us see an example. Vamsi said, I am busy. Here, the actual words of the speaker are quoted as states in inverted commas. So, it is in direct speech. Here, the reporting verb is in past tense. What is the reporting verb here? Said. So, said is in past tense. And the reported verb am is in present tense. It is in simple present tense. So, as per rule, if the reporting verb is in the past tense, the present tense of the direct speech is changed to the corresponding past tense. Let us see that. We will change this sentence into indirect speech. Vamsi said that he was busy. Here, the main idea of the speaker is conveyed, so it is in indirect speech. So the verb is was in the sentence. The verb is was. So it is in simple past tense. The was is in simple past tense. So as per rule, am is changed to was. That means simple present is changed to simple past when the reporting verb is in past tense. So here the reporting verb said is in past tense. So I think students, you have understood the rule perfectly. So when the reporting verb is in the past tense, all the present tenses of the direct speech are changed into the corresponding past tense. If present continuous is there, it will become past continuous. Present perfect, past perfect. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. Simple past, past perfect. Past continuous, past perfect continuous. Past perfect remains the same. And as we studied in the example, simple present will become simple past. Friends, let us see the second rule. Tense may not change if the statement is still relevant or if it is a universal truth. Let us see an example to understand this rule. The teacher said the earth goes round the sun. Here, the statement is in direct speech because the actual words of the speaker are quoted as it is in inverted commas. So, it is a direct speech statement. In this statement, the reporting verb is in past tense. So, said is a past tense verb, and the tense in reported part is in simple present. Goes is a simple present tense. So, it is also a universal truth. When we change this direct speech statement into indirect speech statement, the statement will be like this. The teacher said that the earth goes round the sun. Students, see here, there is no change in the tense. The earth goes round the sun. It is taken as it is here. There is no change in the tense because it is a universal truth. Everyone knows earth goes around the sun. It's a universal truth. So as per rule, if it is a universal truth, tense may not change. So students, have you understood this? Even the reporting verb is in the past tense. The tense in the statement will not be changed if the statement is a universal truth. Rule number 3. If the reporting verb is in present tense, the tense of the direct speech does not change. To understand this rule, let us see an example. He says, I am unwell. Here, the actual words of the speaker are quoted as it is in inverted commas. So, it is a direct speech statement. Students, see the statement carefully. The reporting part of this statement is in present tense. Says is a present tense verb. Now we will change this statement into indirect speech. He says that he is unwell. Here the tense is not changed. The tense is same as in direct speech and in indirect speech. Both are same. I am unwell is in direct speech. He is unwell in indirect speech. So there is no change in the tense. Other changes have been taken place. That is added. I change it to he. Inverted commas and comma are removed. These changes have been taken place, but there is no change in the tense of the direct speech because the reporting verb is in present tense. Students, let us see rule number 4. The pronouns of the direct speech are changed wherever necessary so that their relations with the reporter and his hearer are indicated. To understand this, let us see an example. Raju said to me, I don't believe you. This is in direct speech because the actual words of the speaker are quoted as it is in the statement. Students, observe the statement carefully. In reporting part, Raju is the subject and me is the object to the reporting verb said. In reported part, I is the subject and you is the object of the verb believe. So the reported pronoun I is indicating the relationship with the subject of the reporting part and object you is indicating the relationship with the object of reporting part. Students, let us see how these pronouns will be changed when this sentence is changed to indirect speech. Raju told me that he did not believe me. Here, the idea of the speaker is conveyed. So, this statement is in indirect speech. See, I is changed to he and you is changed to me. But their relations with the reporter, who is the reporter? Razu is the reporter. And his hearer, who is the hearer? Me is the hearer, is indicated here. So there is no change in the relationship. So he is indicating Razu, me is indicating the pronoun and object of the reporting part, me. Students, so when we change the direct speech into indirect speech, the pronouns which are in direct speech are changed in indirect speech, but their relations with the reporter and the hearer will not be changed. Students, let us see rule number 5. Words expressing nearness in time or place are generally changed into words expressing distance. That means nearness is changed to distance. Let us see an example. He said, I live here. In this sentence, the actual words of the speaker are quoted as it is. So, this is a direct speech statement. So, in this statement, the word here is expressing nearness in place. Students, let us see what will happen when this direct speech statement is changed to indirect speech statement. He said that he lived there. So, in this sentence, the main idea of the speaker is conveyed. So, it is a indirect statement or indirect speech statement. So, the word here is changed to there. Here is expressing nearness in place, and there is expressing distance in place. So when we change the direct speech into indirect speech, the nearness will be changed to distance. Let us see some more words. Now will be changed to then. Today, that day. Here, there. Tomorrow, the next day. Yesterday, the day before. Ago, before. This will be changed to that. Tonight will be changed to that night. So, students, have you understood the five rules? I think you might have understood the 5 rules. So, here we discussed direct speech and indirect speech and the rules of direct speech and indirect speech and the rules for changing direct speech to indirect speech. Students, we will do one exercise on this topic. Thank you.